Hello all, this is Dr. Dheeraj Masapu. I'm a senior consultant in the field of neuroanesthesiology. In this video, what I'm going to tell you is you can actually earn a passive income if you have good notes in one area. Let me explain you. For example, if you have written some notes which is very difficult to read. For example, in anesthesia, I can give you an example. Physics in anesthesia is a very tough subject. Okay, you know. It is very difficult to understand even from the textbooks, or you have to see a lot of videos and all to understand. For example, you have written some notes in that particular area in a very simplified manner, and then you have collected information from all the resources possible, and you have made some images and all that. That particular notes can be sold to multiple people. So that is what I'm going to tell you in this particular video. So in the trick in this kind of side hustle is that you have to choose a topic which is very difficult to read in your particular specialty. It can be any specialty actually. Choose a toughest subject and try to make a notes in that. It will help you also, and then it will save a lot of time for the people who are actually reading that in helping to pass their examinations. Okay, let me tell you some of the examples of story. There are so many stories actually. There are so many students already doing this in India, mainly in the IIT JEE side, but not on the medical side. So what I am telling you is, even in the MBBS and MD time, if you're actually trying to take some tough topics to read and make the notes, you can make a lot of money. Most of the IIT JEE students actually do this. They make monthly around a lakh rupees, it seems, and roughly 30 to 50,000. Some people make up to lakh on an average. And there is a nurse in California. She's making around $2 million per year by just selling notes to nurses. So if you start this as a habit, what happens is, first you will write one area, and then you will go to some other area, then some other area, and then finally you'll end up making your own book. If your book sells well, you'll make even more passive income. So that is what I'm trying to tell. Even if you don't sell it, at least you will learn something, and you'll start creating. You will become more active and energetic in your lifetime. Okay, so let us see if you have written some area. Okay, it can be created in a Word document or PDF document. See, now a simple Word is enough, and a laptop or a tablet is what you require. That's it. Okay, and then you will. It is very easy to make with all the online resources that you have. The what you're seeing now is called as Google LLM Notes. It is the best, I think, to make any kind of notes like this. I use this platform. This is an AI supported platform, but the thing is, it doesn't do the research for you, not like ChatGPT. Here you have to write the notes. It will only fine tune that. If you have some resources, you can actually collect and save here. Only from those resources it will help you in making the notes. So this is what I use to study, and it will convert this to a podcast also if required, so that while traveling in the car and all, I'll read the notes of whatever I have written and collected from different sources. So you can use this platform. It's called Google LLM. It is free only. And then so you just need some kind of a platform like this, or you can write it in a simple Word document also. You have to make some notes, preferably with some kind of images and all that. If you draw the images, that is best, because there is something called as a copyright issue. If you take image from the Google or somewhere, the when you're selling it, copyright strike will come. So it's always better to have your own image which is drawn, or you can collaborate with one of your friend who's good in digital, so he can make the images and you will write the notes, and both of you can together do it as a side hustle. So that is what you can do. So once you have made some area, okay, you have chosen one area, you have nicely curated some notes in that. It can be some 20 to 30 pages, and then you want to sell it. Now I'll tell you the platform in which you can do that. In India, it is mostly done in something called as a NotesGen, NOTSGN. It's a peer-to-peer edtech platform where there's a mobile app also. So you just have to log in that, and you have to upload your handwritten notes, or it can be your regular PPT presentation, or it can be Word document. Anything can be uploaded, and you can set your own price. For example, you can set the price that it is 99 rupees or 299 rupees or some 500 rupees. You can keep based on the value that you are adding to that particular community. And they take 60% of the now the seller gets 60% and 40% will go to NotesGen. So even you sell some 10 to 15 in a month, and if you put some 300 or something, you'll make some decent amount of money initially. But if the notes click, then you'll make a lot of money actually. So that's how it is. The first 1 2 years usually they go slow. After that they usually pick up. So that's about the notes gen. I think this should be the first option, and choose one platform. I am going to tell so many platforms, but I think you have to choose one platform and then keep putting there, or you can either use multiple platforms also, but the success doesn't depend upon the marketing and platforms. It depends upon the quality of the notes. If one person likes that, he will recommend another person, he will recommend another person, and all that. So what these platforms take care is they will not allow it to be downloaded. So, for example, in the platform they can read, but they can't download and share it to other people. That is what these platforms take care, so that it cannot be circulated so easily to other people. And then if it is a video or something you're trying to upload, it cannot be the screen recording cannot be done. That is what these platforms usually do. So these are all a good platform. Notegen is Indian made platform. There is an American platform called Stevia. It's a global platform, and then even here PDF format, notes, summaries, handwritten, everything people upload. And this is what people use in USA and all that. They take only 30% commission and 70% money would go to the seller, that is you. And average earnings in Stuvia, what they calculated is around $100 per month is what a person makes in Stuvia. So if you are that is the average. So there are exceptions also who make actually millions in Stuvia. Even those stories are there. So if you regularly do it, then you will actually reach a big. If you once you reach a big number, and then these platforms actually also help you in building communities in them. For example, you have a notes. If people are interacting, it will allow them to interact, and you can answer their queries. So you can build a community in these platforms basically. So that those guys actually recommend your notes to another other guys. So like that you actually can send your notes to different people. So the next platform is called Study Pool, and even Study Pool allows you to put notes, guides, documents, and all that, and you can earn a decent amount of money. Around three to $5,000 is what usually people in US earn, it seems, by Study Pool. Okay, there is another Indian based market called as StudyGo, STUDIGO. So even this is also a similar platform like NotesGen. So you can create your own online store and then you can actually sell. The advantage of StudyGo is that 90% of the sale will be given to the seller. Only 10% commission is what they take. So in that way you can save a lot of money. And this particular StudyGo is having around 100,000 monthly visitors. So that also matters because so why you need to go to these platforms is since you don't have a following, right? So what happens is when you put in these things, they will have monthly visitors and then they will see some notes and they will start circulating. And you also initially need to circulate to your friends and juniors and all that so that they will give it to other people. Again, I'm mentioning it, the success will depend upon the quality of the notes that you write, not on the marketing that you do. Okay. And the next app is Doc City. Even this is a online social learning network where students can share their study materials and then okay, you earn some points and all. Yes, every platform would have a different type of a method. So choosing one platform is enough is what I feel. So these are the different platforms. You can choose whatever you want. And then how to maximize the reach and how to actually earn more through these kind of notes is by, as I told, creating high quality note, well organized, accurate information should be there, comprehensive, easy to understand, diagrams, summaries, and then examples, and try to put some questions, and then so that they have to feel that it's very easy to learn with these notes. Okay, and then you have to make the titles and everything very compelling and all that. And then once you make good quality content, you have to use your social media. For example, everybody will have Facebook, no, Instagram, and all these things. YouTube is a different story, but you would have Facebook and Instagram. You can put there, you can tell that this is my notes and all that, and then you can actually push your particular notes also in a Facebook and Instagram. There is something called as Facebook ads and all that, where you can push your notes to multiple people who are or students, and different communities also would be there. You can actually enter into those communities. For example, you have written a notes for USMLE guys. There are so many USMLE communities. You can enter there. Even though USMLE is a very competitive area, you should not choose like that. It's better to choose one topic which is very tough to read and then focus only on that and write only 20 to 30 pages in that. That is a easier way of doing it. Okay, and then you can also, if you really feel that you have some 10-15 topics and you compiled and made a book, then you can actually go to some influencer who in that particular area, and then you can have some kind of a podcast with him, and he will recommend your notes so that it will go to multiple people. You can actually push using, all the social media marketing technologies. So next is once you have a solid 15 to 20 notes and everything, if you're planning to write a book, then it's better to build a brand, better to have a YouTube channel of your own and start talking about all those notes so that people start following you. Some notes you have to give for free initially and then build a brand in that area over a period of time, people start following you. So this will then that becomes a very big business model. You might have to leave your full-time job and then do that. Oh no, just joking. You can do both. It's very easy. I'm telling you might earn more there than being a doctor is what I'm trying to tell. So these online markets for study notes in India, actually, this is a very good opportunity for people, who are very juniors and very few people have entered into this market. In IIT, JEE and engineering, it is very common, but in medical side, very few people are there. So I think at a time, you guys have to start thinking in different ways since the field is becoming competitive rather than everyone fighting for the same patient base, hospital jobs. Some people should venture into education, courses and all that. So the best way is to start like this. If you have the skill, you'll understand. If you develop a following, then you can slowly venture into that because any online thing would take 5 to 7 years to build. So if you invest your, from MBBS time or MD time only if you start, by the time you reach some 30, 35 years, you'll build a following. Then you can take a call whether you want to go this side or patient side, and then you can actually build a career in this side also. A very safe career you can build on this side, not at the mercy of all the corporates, hospitals, and some owners and all these things. Here you are building your brand. No, it is more safer. I feel in a longer run if you have this interest, but you should have the interest also. You can't if you have some teaching interest or academic interest should be there, or you have to tune your mind in such a way that oh this is what I'm interested in, and then you have to start doing if you want to come into this side. So that's all I can tell. So thank you guys. I think hope more entrepreneurs and doctorpreneurs would come in this education side and start writing all these notes. So you have to start writing with one page today and then start selling it, and then you'll get some interest in that. If somebody buys and you'll write one more note, that's how it goes. And then you'll become a big superstar in future if you keep doing that. Thank you very much. Okay.